Hello everyone. Today we will watch a short retelling of the film Mist. After the storm broke out, artist David and his wife Stephanie inspect the damage done to their home. Approaching the shore of the lake on which their site is located, they notice a thick, unnatural white fog slowly descending from the mountains and swirling over the surface of the lake. David, his 8-year-old son Billy and neighbor Bran drive to the supermarket to buy everything necessary to eliminate the effects of the hurricane. While in the store, which was left without electricity and telephone connection, they notice unusual activity of the police and soldiers from a military base located in the mountains, which, according to local rumors, is engaged in the Strela project. Suddenly, everyone's attention is attracted by Dan, with blood flowing from his nose, running through the parking lot and warning about something dangerous hiding in the coming fog. One of the supermarket visitors runs out of the building and runs to his car. At this moment he is covered with fog and the terrible screams of this man are heard. People decide to wait out the danger in the store and lock the doors, and soon something like an earthquake begins outside. Visibility becomes almost zero, and none of the people frightened by the unknown wants to take a woman home who is worried about her 2 children left unattended. Among the swept-away people, the fanatically religious Mrs. Carmody stands out, who proclaims the coming Armageddon. Going to the warehouse, in search of a blanket for his son, David hears bangs and noise outside on the lifting door. He tells the store employee Ollie and 2 mechanics about it, but they don't believe him. One teenager decides to open the lifting door so that someone can clean the clogged exhaust pipe of the generator. When he lifts the door, huge tentacles with claws appear out of the fog, which grab and drag him away. David, Ollie, and the mechanics are trying to convince a group of skeptics, led by the brand, not to go outside, but they do not submit to persuasion. Someone from the store's visitors reports that there is a shotgun in his car, and one person agrees to go with him, pick up the weapon and return to the store. David suggests that he tie a rope around them so that they know how far they manage to walk if something happens. The group goes outside. After a while, the rope seems to be grabbing something, and David barely manages to hold it. He winds it up and eventually pulls the bloody rope out of the fog. To protect their shelter from the attacks of unknown monsters, people begin to lay the glass windows of the supermarket with bags of fertilizer and dog food. They make torches out of mops wrapped in rags. But Carmody says that nothing will work out and the Lord needs a bloody sacrifice. With the onset of night, new monsters appear out of the fog, huge flying insects, similar to flying scorpions, and winged animals hunting them, resembling pterodactyls. One of the creatures smashes a display case, and 3 people die in the ensuing attack. One of them is a girl bitten by a giant fly, who dies in the arms of her friend in terrible agony. The second was bitten by a pterodactyl on the neck. Another person turns out to be badly burned. Mrs. Carmody is attacked by the same fly, but when she says the words of prayer, the fly does not bite her. This serves as another confirmation to her that she is chosen by God himself. Carmody begins to gather followers, convincing them that the end of the world has come and a human sacrifice is needed to make the fog disappear. In the form of an increasing number of Carmody's supporters, David begins to think about an escape plan to make sure it is possible to get to his car safely and to get medicines for the burned man. He and a small group of people go to a nearby pharmacy. There, they are attacked by creatures resembling spiders, which take the lives of 2 more people. In the pharmacy, David's group discovers a policeman, from whose skin tiny spiders climb, like large creatures. While the policeman is still alive, he reports that the fog was caused by the military from the Strela project. After the failure of the sortie, Carmody's group becomes even stronger, more and more people join it. Among them is a member of the expedition to the pharmacy, a mechanic who became one of her most devoted followers. The survivors discover that 2 soldiers who participated in the Arrow project hanged themselves during a trip to the pharmacy. The remaining military man, whose girlfriend died from a fly bite, says that scientists from the project accidentally opened a window into a parallel world from where monsters from the fog appeared. Carmody's fanatics, who have already become the majority, beat him with a knife several times, then throw him out to buy himself 1 day of safety from monsters with his blood. A soldier is killed by a huge, mantis-like creature. David and his small group understand that it is necessary to leave. Fearing fanatics, they schedule departure for the morning, when everyone will be asleep. However, the fugitives were caught at the exit. Carmody convinces his supporters that it is necessary to sacrifice Billy. A scuffle begins, during which Ollie kills Carmody with 2 shots. No one else dares to prevent the departure of the heroes. The group leaves the supermarket. But while they were getting to David's car, 3 were killed by monsters. Through the fog, David sets off in the direction of his home, where he discovers that his wife has become a victim of spider-like monsters. David decides to go as long as there is enough fuel. On the way, they observe the passage of a huge monster, with a body covered with huge tentacles, and 6 legs, whose steps shake the earth. The fuel runs out, and the group silently agrees that there is nowhere else to go. With the last 4 rounds, David kills those he saved, including Billy. David tries to shoot himself with an empty revolver, after which he gets out of the car, calling on monsters from the fog to take his life. But suddenly, the hum grows. David peers into the swirling mist behind his car, waiting for monsters. But tanks and other military equipment leave from there, followed by many soldiers burning out the fog and the creatures living in it with flamethrowers. That's how this movie ends. Thanks for watching. If you liked the retelling, put likes and subscribe. Soon there will be a lot of videos on the channel. See you later.